And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the New York Giants. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Newton. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It'll be a gain of 4. And that's going to lead to a third down. Out of the gun, Newton. Buying time to his left. He's got a man. It's Mitchell. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. It's a big play for the Giants on third down. 45 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Newton. Pass incomplete.
Used to have a coach just tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To Fournette, and they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do? Yeah,
I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Newton now to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And he pulled it. Oh, my goodness. It's no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game. So we would have figured that one to be 3 points in the bank, but this game, can be unpredictable at times.
Yeah, he knew he needed to pull it ever so slightly to get it going in the right direction, but he seemed to put a little too much on it, and from short range, that is a bad miss for an NFL kicker.
Let's go, Greg.
first carry for Carlos Hyde. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Wentz. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Newton on 1st down. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Hey!
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Great! Gun! Hey! Set 180. Great!
Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 17, and it'll give him a 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38.
Great!
The shotgun snap for Newton. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam down.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. From the gun, here's Newton. And Jeffrey's got it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 18 yards there and a first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's a give to Fournette. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants are in for 6.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can drive as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra, you know, that extra emphasis on it. Got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
To throw on 2nd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But the Redskins look to get this one back, and indeed they did. It's still Washington football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Flushed out right. Open man is Westbrook, complete. Give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3-and-out. First down, a run with Hyde. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. They run again with Hyde on first. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Defenses always have a goal of holding a runner under 100 yards. Well, he went over 150 last week, won NFC Player of the Week award honors. And guess what? He's got a chance to do it again because of that vision he has. He sees holes that maybe don't exist.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing his Wentz. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Alec Ogletree coming in hard on the blitz. He gets him down for a loss of 4. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Handoff comes to Hyde. And all the ball's out. Hyde fumbled it. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Not the trend you wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks. weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get out to the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
Trying to lay one up deep. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? It's certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Akeem Hicks breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. From the gun, Newton. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag. But you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
A bad time for a roughing penalty. And they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Newton. It's caught. Mitchell. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout.
Come on now. Four down. You're set. Ready? Bud. Be ready.
They'll run with Fournette. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him playing very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. Two first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Set. 180. Right here.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Jefferson reels it in over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
4 down. Set. 180.
From the gun, Newton. And he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. The pitch to Fournette. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Lutz will look to add the extra point. is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Lutz now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. They start the drive with High, and he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On play action, it's Wentz. Flush to his right, and that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Able to fight through one, and the giant rush gets home as down he goes. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here. If they
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they will set up shop, red zone territory at the 13-yard line. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half of their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. Following the fumble recovery, Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. Accelerating, and off he goes. The 40. The 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Zerline good with a PAT. And it's now 13-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Gun. Set. 780.
Operating from the gun. Newton going for the deep ball. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
780.
3rd and long, it's Newton. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Richardson. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Newton now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10.
Set. 180.
Back to throw, Newton. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. They're spinning now. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, we got set. Like 80. Gun. Check three.
Fournette on the counter. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Set. 180. Slam.
Again, it's Fournette. And he'll go down at the 28. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Hey.
On the run, it's Fournette. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef, they want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Hey, hey. Got three. Three down. I got it.
They'll toss it to Fournette. It's still fighting. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great effort there. 30 yards. And the Giants add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. From the gun, Newton. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Lutz now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Redskins now. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They'll try to fire up the running game with Hyde. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. To throw, it's Wentz being chased out left. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll give to Hyde. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Wentz throwing on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
The Redskins on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Wentz now to throw. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. 23 yards on the play.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his right. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Working from the gun, Wentz. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
Lion.
Now a run with Hyde. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Wentz. His throw caught at about the 5. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. George Kittle, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins have made this a one-score game. Zerline connects on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
On 1st and 10, Newton. Looking for his tight end in the corner. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. This is Fournette, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Hey.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
The Giants on third down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, Newton. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Hey, hey. Hey, hey.
Now Fournette. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Now it's Newton. Forced out to his left. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Sit. Ready? Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Operating from the gun, Newton. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Solomon Thomas in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Shotgun now for Wentz. Going down the middle, and it's complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Wentz now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Wentz. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10.
180.
The handoff, Fournette running left. And he stopped immediately there. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey.
Running left, it's Fournette. Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. Fournette, first down, still going. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Newton's going to throw it. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now 3rd down.
Well, congratulations, Mr. Lucky. You know that's one that he would love to have back. That should have been picked off. Threw that one into a crowd. He's just so fortunate the defender couldn't react fast enough and get his hands up.
Now it's Newton. That's complete right around the 8. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. And Lutz's kick is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Found his target, it's Anderson. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Huge first down, gotta hurry.
Yeah, now they have to get up there, get set, and then spike it.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Trying to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Back to throw. And that's incomplete. Eric Reed, the former LSU Tiger, making the play on the defensive side. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down.
81. Go. 80.
Now Wentz, gotta have this one. That's caught right side by Anderson. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
Oh, that's a big pickup right there. That play might have saved them. Now they got to get to the line of scrimmage quick. They've got to spike it.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
He's back to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Got to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
He'll look to throw. Steps away. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Now one more shot at it. Obviously, again, they've got to go for the end zone.
Well, we've seen it happen before. How about Aaron Rodgers throughout his career? He seems to pull it off about every other week. But if I'm the defense, I'm rushing the quarterback and making him move away from his throwing arm. That makes it a little bit tougher to get it downfield.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. To throw is Wentz. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Giants, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they